Hello, and welcome to this release video for version 1.5 of Open SDG, the open source platform for managing and publishing Sustainable Development Goals data and metadata. This release includes a variety of enhancements related to the following areas: third-party services and cookies, indicator pages, and framework flexibility. Let's start with third-party services and cookies. An optional cookie consent form has been added to the platform, which can give users the ability to accept or reject third-party services and cookies. This works out of the box with any cookies already included with Open SDG and can be expanded to include other third-party products. This helps sites comply with the GDPR and EU cookie law. Open SDG already had built-in support for Google Analytics, but that support has been expanded to allow other ways of embedding Google Analytics. There are multiple ways to embed Google Analytics on a site, and Open SDG now supports all of them. If you're already using Google Analytics, nothing needs to change, but now there are more options for how to turn it on. In an effort to reduce the number of third-party services and cookies that Open SDG requires, two have been removed from the platform: Google Web Fonts and Share This. These can easily be added back in the same way as any other third-party service, but by removing them from the platform, we were able to simplify the site configuration and cookie management process. Now let's take a look at improvements to the indicator pages. There's now an option to hide the unit toggle in cases where an indicator has only one unit. This allows for a more straightforward indicator page layout. By the same token, there's also an option to hide the series toggle in cases where there is only one series in an indicator. Again, this gives a more straightforward indicator layout by removing unnecessary elements. The titles above graphs are now left-aligned for a cleaner reading experience. There is now an option to display a label on the x-axis of charts. This label is configurable and can be set site-wide, and can also be overridden for specific indicators. The transparency of the tooltips on graphs has been slightly increased to reveal more of the graph elements behind it, while still maintaining proper color contrast. Open SDG already had the ability to add annotations to indicator graphs. However, the configuration of these annotations was complicated. Now, there is a simple way to add a target line annotation with only a couple of configuration settings. There is a similar way to add series breaks to indicator charts, again with only a couple of configuration settings. This can be a useful way to call attention to missing years in the time series. Now let's take a look at framework flexibility. Indicators can now be set as placeholders, which will cause them to appear as plain text in the goal listings instead of linking to indicator pages. This can be used to document indicators which may be added to the framework at some point in the future. As part of our continuing efforts to allow Open SDG to be used for non-SDG frameworks, it is possible now to use goal IDs that are not numeric. This helps to support other frameworks that might use prefixes or abbreviations in their goal IDs. For more technical details on these new features in version 1.5, please see our documentation at open-sdg.readthedocs.io. Thank you for watching this release video for version 1.5 of Open SDG.